You have probably heard people say that the human body is about 70% water, but here is something important. That does not mean the human body is 70% blood. Water and blood are not the same thing. Hi everyone, this is Yufong. I'm a physiotherapy student, and today I want to talk about what blood actually is, what it does in the body, and clean up a few common misunderstandings people often have about blood. What blood actually is. Blood is made up of four main components, and each one has a different job. The first component is plasma. Plasma is the liquid part of blood. It is mostly water, but it also carries important things like nutrients, hormones, proteins, and waste products. The second component is red blood cell. This cell carry oxygen from the lung to the rest of the body, allowing our cells to produce energy. The third component is white blood cell. White blood cells help protect the body by fighting infections and keeping us healthy. The final component is platelet. Platelet helps stop bleeding when we get injured and play an important role in wound healing. Even though blood is important, it actually makes up only about 7 to 8% of the body. So what does blood do? Blood is like the body's delivery and cleaning system. Every time you breathe in, oxygen enters your lung. Blood then picks up that oxygen and delivers it to every part of your body, from your brain to your muscles. Blood also carries nutrients from the food you eat, sending them to cells so they can produce energy and stay healthy. At the same time, blood helps clean the body. It carries waste products such as carbon dioxide, so the body can remove them. Blood also helps control body temperature by moving heat around to keep the body stable. And when you get injured, blood helps you heal. White blood cells fight infection, and platelets help stop bleeding by forming clots. There are a few common misunderstandings about blood. One common misunderstanding is that having more blood automatically means having higher blood pressure. In reality, blood pressure depends on how the heart pumps and how blood vessels respond, not simply on how much blood you have. Another common concern is the idea of losing blood may permanently weaken the body. This usually comes from a lack of understanding about how blood is regulated and replaced in the body. Another misunderstanding is that all blood is basically the same. Many people think blood is blood and don't really think about blood type unless they're in a hospital or medical situation. In reality, blood is not all the same. Blood types are different, and these differences are very important, especially during blood transfusion. So, what are blood type and why do they matter? Blood type is determined by antigens, which are like small passport on the surface of red blood cell. Different blood types have different passport. The immune system checks on this passport to recognize what belongs in the body and what does not. ABO system. In the ABO system, there are four blood types: A, B, AB, and O. Type A blood has A antigens. Type B blood has B antigens. Type AB blood has both A and B antigens. Type O blood has no A or B antigens. This is why not all blood can be mixed. The immune system reacts if it sees unfamiliar antigens. Rh factor. There is another important antigen called the Rh factor. If your red blood cell have the Rh antigen, your blood type is positive. If they do not, your blood type is negative. This is why blood types are often written as O positive or A minus. Genes and inheritance. Blood type is something you inherit from your parents. Each parent passes on a small pieces of information called a gene that helps determine your blood type. These genes come in different versions called alleles. In the ABO system, there are three main alleles, A, B, and O. You receive one allele from each parent, and the combination determines your blood type. The A and B alleles are dominant over the O allele. This is why someone with an A allele and an O allele will have type A blood, not type O. This combination results in four blood types: A, B, AB, and O. And here's something interesting. Blood type O requires an O allele from both parents. This actually leads to a personal question for me. Since I was young, I was told by my mom that both she and I have blood type AB. And for many years, I believed that I was AB as well. Later on, my sister donated blood and find that her blood type was actually type O. That made me realize something important. Many people believe they know their blood type, but may never have officially tested it. Because people with blood type AB do not have an O allele, if either parent is AB, the child cannot have blood type O. So, to be sure about my own blood type, I decided to donate blood myself. But first, let me clear up a common misunderstanding. Some people believe that losing blood will permanently weaken the body, which makes them afraid of donating blood. For most people who are healthy and eligible, this isn't the case. Blood donation is done in a controlled way, and the body is able to recover naturally over time. The most important benefit of donating blood is that it helps save lives. Donated blood is used for surgeries, cancer treatment, and emergency care. For donors, there are also some minor benefits, like basic health checks and the feeling of having helped someone else. Blood donation isn't something you do to improve your own health, but for healthy people, it's generally safe and it can make a real difference to others. So let me briefly explain what the blood donation process is actually like. First, you register and book a time in advance. When you arrive, you check in and are given a device to answer a few health questions just to make sure it's safe for you to donate. Next, you'll be taken a room for some simple checks, usually including your blood pressure and hemoglobin level. If everything is fine, you will be guided to a donation chair and asked to sit or lie down comfortably. The donation itself usually takes only a few minutes. During this time, the staff will check on you to make sure you are feeling okay. After the donation, you will be asked to rest for a short while, and you can grab a drink or snack in the recovery area. Then you're free to go, with advice to stay hydrated and avoid heavy activity for the rest of the day. It is also important to say that blood donation is not for everyone. You may be advised not to donate if you are feeling unwell, underweight, iron deficient, or if you have certain medical conditions. This is why screening exists to protect both donors and recipients. Even if you are eligible, there is no obligation to donate. Blood donation is always a personal choice, not a responsibility. For those who do choose to donate, it doesn't need to be frequent. In many places, people can donate up to around 4 times a year, and donating less often is completely fine. Blood donation is not about pressures or proving anything. It is simply a kind act done when you feel ready and comfortable. And even if you never donate, learning about blood and how it works already matters. So today we talk about what blood is, what it does in the body, and clear up some common misunderstandings around it. If this video helped makes the topic feel clearer or less intimidating, then it has done its job. And that's it for today. I'm Yufong. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.